So I know some basic anatomy, I know body forms and how to draw in 3D, and I also know quick sketch. Sure, I can draw characters now, right? So, okay, let me try something like this. Let me try again. What about this? That sucks. Okay, what about something like this instead? Notice the trend? Yeah, they're all basic, boring poses. Why? Well, because I learned the coding, but I did not learn how to start a character drawing with a pose. Because what good is all that anatomy if I cannot even come up with a decent pose, right? Oh, yeah, sure you heard. Use reference! Well, have you tried drawing in a train while also holding your phone with the reference? Yeah, that's not nice. And looking for reference all the time is just not possible. It also kills the moment, honestly. And you might say, okay, I'm gonna copy some reference and I will learn it that way. I'll just copy a few hundred or a few thousand and something will stick, right? Wrong. You don't just go from copying to inventing right away, as you probably noticed. You have to take a step in between, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you today, so that by the end of the video, you will have an incredible tool that you can use to level up your invention game. Let's go. Alright, here's the truth. You don't really invent anything. Basically, you take what you've seen and you manipulate it creatively. So for this exercise, get a pose that you really like, and that's clear enough. You need to be able to quick sketch at least and use some very basic forms. So if you don't know how to do either, check out the links in the video description where I have my other two videos on the topic. So you take the pose, you try to see, okay, this pose is something like, so I'm quick sketching the pose here basically, right? You understand. This is here, right? So this would be something like this, as if it's just a copy, but we can see the overarching gesture here. So how would you make this pose better? How would you make it do something else? What happens if you lower the head? What happens, say, okay, I draw the head here now. So my knee maybe needs to come like to the side a little more to make space for that. Maybe we need something like this here. Okay, this comes forward, which means we see more of the top. What if we bend my arms even farther back? What happens if I do that? So let me do it in blue. So I do my modifications in blue. What happens if I do this? Some of them are gonna suck. Okay, they're not gonna look good. And that's fine. You are experimenting and having fun. You take what you have there and then try to change it. I started with that, and now I wouldn't say a completely different pose. You could even change the pose, take it, copy and paste it, or use a use tracing paper. What if you do that? Now you can start to see, maybe you see an action line there. So what if you change even that arm even a little more? What if the arm now, the hand comes forward towards us? Here. What if that's what happens? See, you keep changing it. It becomes a completely different pose. Right? Just from that starting point. But let's say you change a couple things at a time. Like you change the arms maybe. What kind of change needs to happen for the arms to be in that position? Maybe, again, the head goes down because you need more spring, right? Spring action. So you modify the pose, but you don't just move one limb. You change the pose ever so slightly so that it's coherent. So don't just move one limb. Like if I just erased one limb and then put it somewhere else, it can work. But because the body is one, usually when you shift the position of something else needs to change because it's always in balance. All the time, the body needs to be in balance. It's one unit, even if it's articulated into different limbs. So again, in this case, maybe the knee needs to push forward, maybe a little bit, or sideways a little bit. Definitely, if I lower the head, I feel like my arms here might want to spring up there. Things like this. It's not hard at all, so give it a go. Try a few poses you like and draw them more than once, obviously. Ideally, you draw the same pose a few times over a week, trying different variations so that you can internalize the process and later recall and readapt the pose to the situation you need. But if you still struggle even with this, then you might need to learn the very basics of 3D drawing. So check out my fundamentals course for that, link in the video description. All right, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. As always, good luck and take care.